Hi, hello. I've been taking photographs using a process called wet plate collodion, which is a process from the 1800s. Basically, it's a process where we take the photographs on glass, and I will post later some videos while I'm shooting, while I'm using the cameras during using this process. But for now, because I've been testing my equipment, basically things that I've done, like the dark room, make sure that is light tight, and the camera as well, and actually the chemicals testing. And I've done some plates, very basic. I'm doing the first steps on the process, and it's quite a difficult process to control in terms of the light itself and the chemicals, because it varies very much, like the weather conditions, the conditions of the chemicals. So never is possible to shoot the same subject twice, exactly the same photograph, like a negative or something, because everything changes during the process. But today I'm initiating this, can we say, this series of about wet plate collodion, because I'm very focused on this process now. I'm just showing basically one of the last steps of the process, which is after shooting, after having the plate or the photograph on the glass. It can be shot as well on aluminium as well, which we call tin types. It's a tin type. So this is an umbro, we call it technically an umbro type, because it's on glass. But so basically I'm doing the last process of the last step of the process, varnishing, which is using Sandarak varnish, which is a product, a natural product. Actually, Sandarak comes from a tree, is the sap of a tree. So I'm using the Sandarak varnish to basically protect the glass, and it can guarantee that the umbro type can last many years. It's possible from the 1800s, seeing plates they shoot on that time, and they are like pristine, in very good conditions. So it's a long last process. So I'm going to prepare the things now to varnish the plates. I've got some plates I did shoot on glass. I got a few two tin types, so I need to varnish those. And so you can follow me on this process while I'm explaining what I'm doing. And later on I'm planning to go outdoors with my portable darkroom that I built myself, and shooting on forests or whatever landscapes, and I can film what I'm doing. So it's a very interesting process. So keep tuned. Okay, thank you. Okay, basically now I'm going to fill my lamps with this spirit, and because it's now dry, I used this other day, but it's now dry, so I'm going to put some spirits on this lamp. I'm going to, because it's my first time, I'm going to use this little lamp, and I'm going to use this bigger lamp as well here. I believe this one, of course, is going to produce more heat. This tends to evaporate, so there's no point to put too much, because in a few days it's empty again. Try to put, right, let's see, which results are better. Of course, we need to be careful around these things, because we are dealing with fire, and as well, the Sandarak varnish, which I have here, which is filtered, because the Sandarak comes with lots of, bugs, impurities, so it needs to be filtered when I've done this varnish. So basically I'm going to pour on the plate, and I should use some gloves because this is very sticky. But anyway, maybe I'm going to choose a plate first, which I think this one is the best I've done. It's a bit foggy because my darkroom, by the time I shot this, I noticed some light, very tiny, would come through in the darkroom, and that's why I believe it's foggy. And is all scratched as well, because I went out to a forest and I did not have anything to transport safely. Okay, this one is maybe the less visible one. Very foggy. Yeah, this is more visible, the image. So that I need to make sure that I'm pouring the varnish on the right surface. So this is only glass, but here there's where the chemicals, I laid the chemicals here, so I need to pour the varnish this way. Try this worst one first, trying to get the best results possible. Okay, right, I got here a small brush, very soft, so I need to clean the plate, making sure that there's no dust or other things on the surface. And after that I can put the lamp light working. I'm going to put these as more distant as possible. Okay, let's use the small one first. Small lamp first. See how it goes. Right. It's controlling the flame a little bit better. Right, so I need to heat up. I should heat up the varnish as well, but I'm not going to heat all this varnish. I should have a small amount in a bottle to heat up, or in a probe, like a tube, lab tube. I don't have that now, so I'm not going to heat the varnish, so just the plate. The thing is, I need to heat the plate in a way that moving the plate around, because if I stay still in one spot, the glass is going to crack. So this glass is not, I think it's 3mm glass, this one, so it's a bit more difficult to heat. Right. I can feel the heat on my fingers, but it's not that much now. This lamp is very small, so some people are using not this kind of sorts of lamps, but other electrical devices. I saw, you know, toasters and everything. So let's try. Yeah, it's now, the corners are not hot enough, I think. Let's see if I could. Let's put the flame off, because just in case. Okay, I need to pour the Sandarak varnish like a puddle in the middle, and then going, try not to drop too much to all the corners. That corner and this corner will be the last. Okay, so the smell is nice, it's a nice smell, so I'm going to leave like dropping until the last drop. Then I would take the excess with the paper there and leave that to dry on this stand. I got some varnish on my fingers already. I'm just testing, so hopefully this is going to work, but if it doesn't work, doesn't matter, because this is only tests. Seems like maybe, I believe the glass was not, yeah, I can see some bits of the collodion that I poured on the plate. So the varnish removed, it removed now during the process. So and it's very sticky. It's very sticky. Hopefully it can come off easily from my fingers. Yeah, I noticed when I was developing the plates that some parts of the collodion was trying to lift up, even though I'm going to put now this plate to dry, and then try this one here. Okay, this one is drying here, and I'm going to try this one. Yeah, it's all scratched. I'm not sure if you can see, but it's very scratched. Let's try this one. Okay, just cleaning this a little bit here. I'm going to put the flame back again, and now I'm going to use the big flame here, the big lamp. Let's see. Hopefully it's going to work a little bit better. The matches are not working. Okay, let's try. Yep. Okay, now we've got flame now, so let's heat the plate, starting here at the corners, and now the heat is much intense with this lamp, so let's see if I can have a more uniform result on this, and try to feel the heat on the glass with my fingers. Okay. I should really heat the varnish, which helps to the varnish just flowing is easier on the glass. So right, okay, it's warm. Maybe it's not the most straightforward method with these lamps, I believe, because the heat is not, you know, it's not concentrated, like spreading uniformly on the plate, but we need to work with what we have. Let's try. Still it's just warm. I'm in a way fearing that the glass is going to break anyway, but okay, seems like it's warm enough. One more puddle in the middle. Yeah, I think it's off. Right, let's put all the corners of the plate with varnish. Oops, I'm dropping. It's okay. That corner over there. A little bit more here on the top. It was not enough to cover all the plate, so yeah, it's now going to the last corner. It's a bit of a messy job, I think, but it is what it is. So yeah, now it's just dropping to the I've got a second bottle to pour in the excess from the glass, and now what's happening is the image is actually melting with the plate. It was not hot enough, but yeah, it just melted everything. So this glass is actually ruined. Trying to wash the glass just in case, if I can just use for other plate. Okay, that's the beauty of this process. So a new glass again, so I managed to take the varnish off. This glass has been covered with albumen, which is a base for the collodion not to going away. So I managed to take most of it. So the edges are still with bits, but that's okay. But most of the plate is clean now, so later on I will wash properly. I will prepare the glass again to shoot other photographs, one more photograph with it. But for now I'm going to try the last glass that I have here. This image is quite good actually. It's not too foggy, and the exposure was good. I think this one was the last I did shoot on a forest I went. Not sure if you can see, but yeah, it's a bit foggy, but the image is there. It's a dead tree on the ground, so it's all scratched because, as I said, I need to build kind of a box, a wooden box, where I can put the plates after shooting, because they are too sensitive, because they are wet and not protected, of course, with varnish. So Okay, I'll try. I think I just prefer the small lamp here, so I'm going to try it again for this one, and pouring the varnish I poured into this bottle has got some impurities on it, but that's fine because I can filter and it can go back to the main bottle again. That's why I'm using two. Right, so now I'm going to just clean this plate a little bit, taking some dust or something that it can have on the surface. Hopefully this one will not melt, because I would like to try later, even with all these scratches, to make some images on paper. It's like using this as a negative. So let's put our lamp again on. Okay, there we go. Heating the plate. The edges as well. All around the plate, trying to distributing the heat as better as I can, and then I can pour the Sandorak varnish on the top. Okay, I can feel now it's warm. A little bit more. I don't want to burn my fingers either. Okay, try to pour a puddle in the middle and go on all the corners. That corner there, it dropped a bit, this, the last corner, and the bottle to catch the rest of the varnish. It's not, did not cover all the plate. I need to make sure that the plate is covered. I think it is. Okay. Okay. This varnish, Sandorak varnish, is this corner did not go very well on that side. The varnish, I was saying, it's basically Sandorak mixed in alcohol, and I can actually feel I got a tiny cut on my finger. I can feel burning on the spot where the cut is, because the alcohol is making it burn. Right, okay, now I can just trying to dry the corners there and start to stick on my fingers. That corner there is not, I don't know, the varnish did not, I don't know, is not uniform. Maybe I think was not heated properly. I find tricky to making sure that all the plate is heated at the same temperature, which is not easy. Now I've got two plates covered with varnish. I've got this tin type that I made, which is not great, but it was my first shot. Basically this one was the first. It was the workshop I attended in August, workshop of wet plate. They call it weekend whatever, wet plate weekend, I think they call it. And I really enjoyed the, staying with all those people like wet plate lovers. I'm going to clean here the varnish here because I don't want to ruin the worktop. Using more paper here. Okay, and then I can put the flame back on again, and the tin types are basically easier to heat, to spread the heat, because it's aluminium. So let's try a good result on this one. Okay, flame is on. I don't want the bottles too close because it's full of alcohol and it's very flammable. Let's see how I can heat up this tin type better than the glass. It's really much easier because the aluminium can receive the heat and spread all across the, yeah, I can feel on my fingers really burning. Okay, it's burning my fingers. Okay, I should have some gloves for this. Now pouring in the middle. Right, oops, it's dropping. All the corners, come on. This corner here is coming to the last corner. Slowly, it's covering all the tin type now. Yeah, I can see, I can cover that better over there, that corner there, and I think it's more uniform now, and now can just descend, and yeah, which we don't want that some areas of the tin type has got more varnish than other areas, because it should be uniform, because then the varnish is going to shine, and if there's more glass, the more varnish, yeah, it's not great, but yeah, the image has got a tendency to melt really. Maybe the Sandarak has got too much alcohol, I believe. Maybe I need to put I don't know, water. It melted the image, which is not great, but anyway. Okay, but at least it's something. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I got this image on that wet plate weekend. Someone, actually his name is Chris, he shot me, I mean, he took a picture of me. So I'm actually, I think I'm going to have a bit more experience on varnishing, or maybe using different varnish, not sandorak but maybe shellac, to try to varnish this image, because I don't like the idea to lose this image, so I'm not going to varnish that one today. So covering this one, covering the bottles, and yeah, let's the varnish dry, let it dry. Well, I'm not totally unhappy for the first experience, like varnishing the plates. This gives me an idea how the varnish behaves, and it's really sure not easy, but there's a few steps that I need to make sure they are right, like the plates are clean, and yeah, I need to make sure that the varnish is not melting the images as well, but for now I've got two plates that actually I can do some tests with paper, sensitizing the paper, and I'm thinking about the process that calls gum bichromate, which is a very interesting process, and I would like to try that and put this testing with these images. But anyway, later on, in a few days more, maybe a few weeks more, my time is quite limited sometimes. I would have an opportunity to shoot and film what I'm shooting using this process, and even showing the cameras that I'm using, and just keep up the pace, and just try to be aware when I put a new video, and follow me. Thank you for spending your time, and see you soon. See you next video.